good to be here. I apologize for my voice. We've been training really hard, and that's where that comes from. And somebody told me the other day I sound like Sean Miller, and that might be the best compliment I've ever gotten as a coach. So, guys are doing good work. We finished a good semester academically, and they did a nice job on their own over the break, carrying forward some of the things that we tried to establish in their development from a strength and conditioning standpoint and from a player development standpoint. And we're off to a good start in forming our team, and really anxious and excited to get going on Friday with our first official practice.
How's that infield looking now?
As far
as you move closer to the opening of the season?
Yeah, it's developing, and we're trying to keep all of our options open. I have a different approach to coaching each game. One thing we talk about is each game to us is the Super Bowl. It's 56, or in this case, we have 58 games this year because we're going to Hawaii, 58 different Super Bowls. And so what we do in terms of personnel, both offensively, defensively, pitching-wise, may look different from time to time based on matchups, who's playing good, who's hot, who's cold, but I think there's some guys that can do some different things. We moved Ryan Aguilar from outfield to first base. He's done a nice job defensively there. JJ Metajevic, obviously, we'll figure into it at first or second. Cody Raymer had a really good fall, and we'll have to mix in at short, second, and third. Lewis Boyd, JC transfer, is probably jumped into the main role at shortstop at this point. Bobby Dahlbeck, obviously, at third, but what makes us good is we have some depth and some options. We have Michael Horde, Sawyer Gesicki, Casey Bowman, and Kyle Lewis also that I have no problem putting in a game at any point. And so a lot of it will be determined on pitching matchups, like I said, who's hot, who's cold, and we're going to find a lot more in the next 3 weeks. We haven't, scrimmaged since last November, and so the next 3 weeks will be, telling as we lead up to the season also.
So obviously the rotation right now is still fluid, but you have, your finger on the pulse. Any ideas as far as?
Yeah, as I've said before, I think the strength in our pitching staff is probably in our numbers, and one thing I always try to do is put guys in situations to be successful, maybe not ask them to do more than they're capable of or what's going to compromise the team. And baseball is really no different than football or basketball, where one possession, a turnover could swing those games. A pitch, an inning, the big inning particularly, can really do that. So we're going to utilize everybody, and they all have strengths, weaknesses, and we're going to try to put them in position for their strengths. There's some experience. There's a few talented new arms that we're doing the best we can to accelerate their learning curve so that they're ready to go. You may see a guy throw in 3 of the first 4 games and match up and those types of things. You may see a guy start on a Friday one week and come out of the bullpen the next week. And I think if they take that and embrace that, it will give each of them a chance to be the best they can be. And then the hope is that we'll figure out our team the best and figure out what guys kind of emerge into maybe expanded roles and innings and those types of things.